Welcome back to 2Cents FC. I'm your host, Amobi Okugo, back again with my guy, L. Each week, we'll be talking with individuals from around the soccer world, learning about their stories and getting their unfiltered thoughts and opinions. This week, we decided to do back-to-back, just us two. It feel like it's much deserved after some time away. But we'll be catching up on all soccer news from the past couple of weeks. So, L, first and foremost, how you feeling today?
Man, tired. That's my life.
Straight honesty, he said.
Yeah, that's my life these days. You know, you building a company. You understand. You building a company, so you constantly, getting pulled in multiple directions. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's fun. I'm enjoying it, but it's tired, boy.
Yeah. I feel you. It's funny because like 2 days ago, so day before the game yesterday, my body was like, "Hey, you need to shut down." And like literally just shut me down without anything. I thought I was like fever, flu. Next day, I was good to go. So just make sure you get your rest.
You gotta get that rest, man. Yeah. Protect your body, man.
Hard work, but protect your body at the same time.
For sure. But yo, let's jump right into it though. As we touched on it last week, the NWSL is going through what some will call a reckoning right now, a cleaning of house. So got a couple updates since our last show. One, Washington Spirit's owner Steve Baldwin has resigned from the team, and then after a player sent him like a letter demanding some answers and some action, he didn't exactly address their letter, but I guess he resigned anyway, and apparently he's placed his shares up for sale. And I think he pitched his shares to one of the existing owners. I forget her name. I don't want to mess her name up. So she's another equal shareholder with him. And he pitched like double the price or whatever. So I think it's worth like $5 million. Yeah. But like, damn, it's only $5 million for like half of that. So like, he's trying to say like the team's worth about $10 million.
Yeah,
that's kind of light. Like, I mean, what do you think about this though? About just the situation with the Spirit, and like, what do you think that the course of action should be? And who would you want to see? Who would you want to see purchase the team?
It's crazy because I've heard conflicting reports. Like I heard like he's going from majority shareholder to like minority shareholder, where you have no say. So is he still trying to have like a piece of the pie, or is he going to get like completely removed from the table? In terms of people that I would love to see in this role, it's tough, like a Venus Williams, because Serena's already, tapped in with Angel City FC. So if you have someone of her caliber as well, kind of touch on that. I would love to see kind of like a power player in like, I don't want to say like the political space, but like kind of entrepreneurship space that we know about, kind of put their name in the hat. I think that would be cool to see. I would love to see a collection of like former U.S. women's national team players come together and say like, yo, we've been standing for this way too long. It's time where we come together and figure out a way to get involved, whether it's starting with the Spirit or another team. But I think that would be something great to see as well.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. I would like to see that as well, especially like the Black players. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Brianna Scurry has some ownership, like some minority ownership in the Spirit, right? Okay, so a few more Black players, Black former U.S. national team players. I think could be dope. Hey, I mean, Beyonce going to throw her name in the hat.
Yeah,
that could be dope. I think Michelle Obama could be dope.
That's a good shout.
The DC ties there. She would make sense in Chicago too, but being a former first lady of the country, I think, and I think they're still in the area as well. So I think that could be a good look as well. But either way,
I want to see it too, like a power couple too, like a Josie and Sloan type of situation, like a couple of the MLS guys that have been speaking out, not counting your pockets, but you do have some funds to throw.
Some of them DPs.
Yeah, some of them DPs got some funds to throw. So it would be cool to see them. I know some of them are doing some stuff behind the scenes, but it's like, we want to help the women's game grow as well too.
Yeah, I think it would be smart. Some of the NBA guys, even like some WNBA contingents, like put a group together. You know what I'm saying? Similar to what Renee Montgomery was able to do with the Dream.
Yeah.
Also been hearing that DC United owners could be in contention for that.
I mean, that would make the most sense. Just bring it all in one house.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's your thoughts on your boy Greg Olsen? Is it Greg? It's not Greg
Ben
Olsen.
Olsen.
Ben Olsen. I'm thinking about the football player.
I don't know why you say he's my boy. I never played with him.
Nah, to say your boy, he's from the MLS side.
Okay.
He was appointed. He basically was given like the presidency for the Spirit after being appointed. I think like GM or something like that, and then admitting that he doesn't know much about the women's game, which is like I'm gonna just fail forward real quick, and then continue to fail forward. You know what I'm saying? Like like company man shit.
It's just crazy.
What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, no disrespect to Ben Olsen, great player, great guy. Whenever I came across him, but this man, he got like 9 lives when it comes to soccer positions. Like obviously, DC. They won the Open Cup that one year, which was so lucky, but they won it. Who cares? And I think they made playoffs like once or twice, but other than that, they were abysmal, and they just kept him in position. Like anywhere else, he would have been fired. But yeah, he got like a lifetime contract with the city of with anything DC sports or DC soccer. Like if he gets removed from Spirit, they're gonna find a way from him to like work for the Washington Wizards and be like soccer ambassador and basketball. Like he's good for life when it comes to DC. And I mean that's a testament to him, making good relationships. But at the same time, it's like, can I get an opportunity? Can I get seen? And I'm not talking about just me in general, but like the people that have been working hard looking for their chance. Because I mean, yeah, he's failing up multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, such is life, man. Like it's sad and it sucks that people like don't get the opportunity to get into these places because of this good old boys club. Even in the women's game, it's a good old boys club. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, like I don't want to speak because I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was just like, yo, we just gonna give you some. It's like basically giving you an allowance. You ain't got to do nothing. He admittedly said he don't know anything about the women's game. So why'd you hire him? What was the process to hiring him?
Familiar face.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody that you can play the puppy strings with. I don't know. I don't know the logic, but it's gonna be some sweeping changes. So moving over to the West Coast, your former team, well, you never played for the Thorns, but your former team, the Timbers, it's all the same family. The Portland Thorns GM Gavin Wilson has been placed on administrative leave for his role in, I guess, the Paul Riley hiring or everything that happened while Paul Riley was with the Thorns. So Gavin Wilson is on the chopping block, and it seems like Merritt Paulson is also on the clock. Like people are calling for him to sell the team. So what are your thoughts on that one?
Crazy. I mean, I don't think he's gonna sell the team. Like, I just don't see that happening. Like, nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. So we might have to give that one up. But for the whole Gavin, look, that's tough too because obviously someone got to take the fall, and I think he played a role in. I mean, he hired, so he didn't do the due diligence. Someone got to go. So
they want him to resign from the Timbers too.
Oh,
like yo,
they're saying all that too. Like, hey,
out of here.
We don't.
I'm just saying what I'm seeing on the Twitter timeline. You know what I'm saying? The people are calling for heads.
They're calling for his neck.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. I think they're doing an administrative leave. Probably see how it's gonna play out from a PR perspective, and then he's either gonna resign. They're gonna have the resignation letter and speech ready, or they're gonna try to figure out, wait till people forget, and try to kind of have him like in a consigliere role, still in the position without being in the position.
Now they had signs in the stadium, like it was
like that
at the at the Thorns and at the Timber games.
Yeah, and one thing about Portland, they don't play around. So respect to the fan culture in Portland. Like, it's not going to be just one off. They're going to probably have that next game and then each home game, at least for the end of the season. They don't play around.
Yeah. But as we said last week, if you want in-depth coverage on this stuff, we're going to defer that to our family, Shea Butter FC, as well as Diaspora United, and allow them to give their expert analysis on these matters, since they are, the go-to source when it comes to the women's game. Like, they're way more knowledgeable at this stuff than we are. We just
definitely.
You just gotta touch on it and acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Again, protect women, protect the players. Like, this should never happen. This should be the last time something like this happens in the women's game. And like, all the houses need to be clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, this even sparked like the Australian women's national team to start speaking out.
They spoke out.
Spoke out on like abuses, in their confederation, and then the Venezuelan national team, women's national team, also released a statement about some of the abuses they experienced from the coach. So it's giving, it's opening the floodgates and the doors to get like all of this creepy shit out of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully a lot of good comes from this. It's a tough time right now. It's very traumatic for the women involved, the individuals involved, but hopefully this is, what's needed to kind of clean house and like get it out of the game for good.
No, exactly. And mad respect to the women for standing up, like, because they, like, one thing about women, athletes, they stand up and support each other and hold firm. Like, it's amazing to see when they come together and really fight for a cause.
Yeah, straight up. All right, so let's slide over to the men's national team. So the next round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers kicks off tonight for the men's national team against Jamaica. Well, if you're listening to this now, it'll be yesterday.
Yeah.
But no Pulisic this cycle, but Weston's back.
Yeah. I would love to get Carson's opinion on this, because earlier he's always like, I ain't a Pulisic fan and he's injured again. Look at this. I wonder what he's saying about Weston coming back.
Carson, I know you're hearing this. Sound off in the comments. Sound off in the YouTube comments and the tweets. Get to us. We want to hear from you. So let's talk about the lineup for this week, or for today's game. Like, who's your predicted 11 for this match?
All right, here we go. I think your boy Robinson's for sure starting. I think they go with, and I'm going to go to the game, so I'll do some live tweeting, I guess. I think they got to go with Stefan in goal. I think that's Berhalter's guy, even though Turner's been doing well. I think Stefan's back from COVID and all that. And Jamaica, you got speed. Let me go Robinson and McKenzie to start center back.
Okay. What formation you running?
I'm going 4-4-2.
Okay.
Yeah. 4-3-3. Who do I go? Dest. Yeah, Dest and Yedlin. Or do I go Robinson? Yeah, okay. Stefan, Dest, Richards. Oh, sorry, not Richards. Miles, McKenzie, Anthony, from Fulham, Adams, McKinney, Yusa, Aronson, Jossie, and because Rain is out too.
I think Pepe get the start.
You think Pepe gets the start?
Yeah, Ricardo Pepe in the 9. Well, you said Jossie though, huh? You put Jossie in there already. All right.
Who am I playing at right wing?
Areola.
Yeah, I guess put Areola there.
Tim Way's coming off an injury.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you might put Hoppy in there though. You know, I feel about that guy.
Oh yeah, you're not feeling them. Let's see who they called in. Yeah, I think he does put Areola there because someone who's going to work hard. He's that type of game versus Jamaica. He's solid. Like we're familiar with Jamaica playing them in MLS and USL. Got those guys. Yeah, that's who I go with. How about you? Sorry, I'm trying to find the roster.
Shit's pretty similar. I'm gonna go with the same back line. Same keeper. I think Matt Turner had his time.
And he did really well. It's just I think
yeah.
Berhalter rates Stefan.
Trying to get Stefan some reps now.
Yeah.
Midfield, I'm gonna say Tyler, Weston. I think Busio. I think Busio gets the start.
Okay.
Hot boy.
You think so?
Yeah. Let me see. Jossie at the 9, Aronson, and Areola.
So not Pepe starting anymore.
Nah, I forgot Jossie was there. I know Jossie is Berhalter's boy, so
yeah,
if he's on the team, he's gonna start.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean there is 3 games during this qualifying, so there's going to be a lot of rotation. But I do think I can't find the roster. Oh, Kellen might start though.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but Kellen's more defensive though, right?
Yeah, but it's like if you are you going to throw Weston right back into the lineup? You're going to like teach him a lesson?
I mean, shit, he brought him.
Yeah, exactly. You don't bring him just to like teach him a lesson. The lesson was he had to leave camp. It should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Kellen deserves to start. He'll start one of the games during the cycle for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he starts this first one though.
Nah.
I think we come out like super first choice and like super like Berhalter's guys.
Yeah.
For this first one, especially after the last cycle with 2 draws.
Yeah, they're at home too.
Want to try to get a dub out of this one for sure.
Yeah, they have to get a dub. But Jamaica always plays US well, to be fair, but that's usually in Gold Cup. Yeah.
All right, so to compound on that, who do you think is going to be the standout from this cycle?
This like cycle?
These 3 games. Who's going to be? Who's going to stand out?
Pepe, Aronson, and I think this is another opportunity for whoever is playing next to Robinson. If they do well, I think it will be Chris Richards. I think I'm not saying it's like a chance to like take Jonathan Brooks's spot, but it's a good way to like get that 3rd spot on lock, that 3rd center back spot, because it's right now there's a lot of potential candidates. Yeah, that's Pepe, Aronson, one of the center back spots, and I think Yedlin's going to show out again too, like because there's been a lot of right back competition. But to be completely frank, I think he should still have a large presence in that role.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say Pepe stands out this cycle. This will be his first like real shot, like a rotational shot, and I think he shows up because he's trying to get that move to Bayern.
Don't go to Bayern.
I heard they was looking at him. It should be interesting to see where he goes though, because he's definitely not going to be at Dallas for much longer.
No, yeah, you got to get out soon. ASAP, no Rocky.
All right, so who has a lot to prove though during this cycle? Like who has like you better show up or you might not get caught up next cycle?
Well, I wouldn't say might not get caught up, but Zach Steffen, he got pressure on him, for sure. I would say obviously Weston coming back into form. Coming back into the squad, for sure. Got some pressure on him. And then I would say Who else would I say? Those are the two big ones. Um, I feel like everyone else like has their like position kind of like squared away, where you have
Mhm.
guys that are like, yo, you're a specific role player. You do the job when you come in. You're doing great. So they don't really have like too much to prove. It's
Mhm.
more like if they ball out, then they're gonna like probably move up higher in the depth chart or like solidify their spot a little bit. Um, I would say Mark McKenzie actually, because he's been making a couple mistakes last couple games
Okay.
that he's been playing in. Not to say like he's gonna get like forever shunned, but I think he can't afford like those 1 to 2 mistake games that causes goals, like he did in previous matches. Not only because the center back depth chart is getting deeper. Miles
Mhm.
Robinson got a spot on lock. John Anthony Brooks usually outside of qualifying does really well. You got Chris Richards. You got Miazga's playing at a high level. You got uh, what's my guy? You play Eric Palmer Brown. You got Walker Zimmerman. You got some talented center backs that are in contingent. So that third spot, that potential first other starter spot is up for grabs. So I would say him as well.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Luca De La Torre. Just because
Okay.
I haven't seen much of him, and see, there you go.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't show up, like, there's so much,
Yeah. Like
there's so much
I didn't
talent
even know he got
that,
called. Like, I ain't really worried about him. I don't think he's gonna make a big
yeah. So like,
difference.
there's like, you gotta ball out if you get when you get the chance to get on the field, you gotta ball
Yeah.
out because it's so much talent. You might not make it back. You
Exactly.
probably not gonna make it on the World Cup team. You know what I'm saying? If they qualify. Um, who
Nah,
else
they're
would I
gonna
say?
qualify. They're gonna
Uh,
qualify.
this might be controversial. Yunus Musa. It's a little shaky. He didn't play the last cycle. He was on the team but didn't play. I don't know if he was injured or not, but he didn't really get no burn. Maybe he was, wasn't training hard or something. Same with Tim Ware. Like, you got the name, but you ain't really showed too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over these last couple of cycles. So I know he's been hurt, but still, like, taking up a spot. Like, there's other cats like right behind you. You know.
Yeah, that's true. But I think like no one behind him has really like taken it a hold yet, So we'll
I
see.
mean, who else is behind him? Like, he's not. He's
You
not
got
starting.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. So it's like you got Hop, him, Conrad, uh Payfolk, those type of guys that are like, yeah, we here, but we're not really here. There hasn't been one guy that's like, yo, this is my spot. Like, y'all behind me.
yeah, P Fog is more of a 9, though, right? Like, Tim
Yeah.
is gonna play on the wing.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I wonder if we're gonna call up, or if we're gonna try to call up your boy from Arsenal.
They need to. Golly, that boy's saucy.
What's my
Bulligan.
boy name? I'm forgetting his name.
Bulligan.
Yeah, my boy Balogun. I think England called him up, right?
So he's eligible for England, Nigeria, and the US. And I think one other country as well. So he has a plethora of options, but I think England might have called him up already. So it's always tough,
He's not cap tied yet, though.
He's not cap tied yet, so it should be interesting. If I was US, I'm pretty sure they're already probably making calls. But yeah, it's just a recruiting game. You need to get like Nick Saban on the line or Jurgen Klinsmann, like top recruiters, to get him to the
Because think
program, which
about it, it's gonna be a
Greg has
minute
done.
for he breaks into the team with England. Because like, look at all the talent they got up front. Like, it's gonna be a minute. Like, he has a better shot with the US at this point, because even Nigeria
Nigeria,
has like
Nigeria. Yeah, he should make the executive decision and play for Nigeria. But uh, let me not speak on that too much.
yeah. He better try to go with the US. Like, this is probably Jossie's. This may be, I don't want to say it's Jossie's last World Cup, but he's in that Darlington Nagby vein of like, this taking a lot of time away from the family. Let me focus on club. So this may be his last like run at the World Cup. So like that number 9 spot will be wide open. You got Pepe, you got who else plays the 9? Aronson plays a little bit at 9. You know, Sargent maybe, but you know, you still got room to compete there. You know,
Sargent even get called in?
nah, he didn't get caught in this cycle.
Yeah. So, matter of fact, the people that didn't get called in is actually worse for them. So if like Pepe does well, Sargent, I'm sorry, like now you're on the outside looking in.
But they were in the last cycle though, so it's like you got to rotate some people. You know.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, Jossie wasn't in the last cycle.
Jossie was hurt. That's why.
Was Brendan in the last cycle?
Yeah, Aronson was in the last cycle too. He balled out.
Who else wasn't there? Who else?
Yeah, so like 2 people from the last cycle that didn't get called in, P-Folk and Sargent. So if Pepe does well and Jossie does well, then it's like, oh, okay, I got to strap up. You know,
P-Folk been balling too though.
Yeah, to be fair, he's been balling, but I think it just didn't work out. You know, we'll see. And obviously, you know, rosters are chosen based on who y'all going to be playing as well. But I think that means that does play a role.
I mean, we need that height at the 9. Like Pepe is tall, but yeah, we need those people who can score them late headers.
Yeah, just someone that can score in general. Just hold the ball up and score. Like it's simple. I say it's simple, but it's not. But yeah,
that's where you're missing Josie.
Yeah. So and who's to say that if Josie comes in next year, his firing all cylinders, they don't call him in as like a veteran striker that's going to hold up the ball and bring the attackers into the play. So yeah, you never know. Like someone can just blossom out of nowhere this last year and just gets called in. So the qualifying, the roster selection is always moving. So it's going to be exciting to see, and hopefully the leaders of the group step up and continue to figure out ways to put points on the hexagon table or whatever they call it.
The hexagonal or whatever.
Yeah. Because Mexico and Canada, they not playing around this cycle.
Yeah, for sure. Canada is always dangerous. All right, so moving on. So Newcastle got that oil money now.
They got that.
And Tyneside boys. Yeah. So today, the transfer ownership of Newcastle United has been completed, with the Saudi Public Investment Fund taking over from Mike Ashley. So what are your thoughts on more oil money moving into the Prem? Who do you think is next to get that oil money? Let me know.
This is an amazing move. I know Newcastle fans are happy. Mike Ashley is probably happy. You got a nice little payout. It's crazy to see, like, their fund is worth, or their family, or however you want to describe it, is worth $300+ billion. So it's
$400 billion.
Golly. I know probably the clubs are gonna start regulating, try to make rules around spending. But there's always
salary caps and whatnot.
There's always a way around it when you have money. So should be interesting. But I think it's exciting. Newcastle's a historic club, a lot of supporters, a lot of history there. And it's always good to see them in the Prem. I'm excited. I think that in terms of the next club that gets like a team like ownership like that, it's gonna be tough. I feel like the top clubs are already sorted, so I feel like it's gonna be like some random team in like Spain, like one of them. Like
I'm talking Premier League though.
Oh, sorry, Premier League
club.
The next Premier League club.
Yeah.
Probably Arsenal. I mean,
and Stingy Stan ain't selling, man. You got to offer that dude a couple billion.
I mean, the way you see Thierry Henry and the Spotify founder was at the game and everything. You get one other guy to come in, or one other gal. You never know.
And Daniel Ek has the money maybe to buy the team, but he ain't got the money to like pump that bread into it like the Saudi money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it would be cool to like get a stingy owner out the way, but like, do you have the money to like pump in the investment that we need, to compete with the Chelseas and the cities of the world,
I don't see. Like,
That's my only like apprehension about Daniel Ek. Like, obviously there's the environmental and those moral things that come with this oil money being pumped in. What these owners are doing, how these owners are making their money, and the governance in their countries, and this shit like that. So there's always that moral kind of question mark there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, these people are like, they're fans. They've been suffering all these years. Like, we finally got somebody who's going to invest and spend so we can, get to winning ways. Like, so you can't fault them for being juiced about it. But, I don't see it going away no time soon.
No chance. I mean, everyone knows the future of soccer from a global perspective. So that's why money's pouring in. I'm still perplexed about like which team would like who's coming in like that. Which Premier League club makes sense.
I can see somebody sliding up on like a Brentford, like one of these small teams that are that still battle hard. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Sheffield if they end up getting like promoted again. I can see somebody like sliding in while they're still in the championship, catch them low.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Put money in, get them promoted.
Yeah, that's a smart shot.
And it may not be oil money. It may be you have like the owners from like Asia, who are breaded up too. So it may be one of those scenarios.
Dude, it might be Amazon's investing a lot. It might be Bezos or something too.
Not Bezos trying to get to space. He worried about space. He's not worried about sports.
That's true. Oh, that's interesting.
So now that Newcastle has all this bread, who are some like if you were the GM of Newcastle, flush with new cash, who are you going after in these next 2 transfer windows?
It's like obviously it'd be cool to win now, but I would get. Who am I getting? I'm getting Chiesa from Italy.
Okay.
Boy's a baller. I'm getting who's a strong center back that I need to have on my squad. Golly, who do I want this is like I'm trying to think like strategically, like people just signed I got all the money I can have, so I could literally just like it doesn't matter how much you sign for, I could double it.
Yeah.
So I'm the GM. I might just get Miles Robinson for the cheap,
Okay.
Since I'm American GM working in Newcastle.
Hey, we knowing you got all that money, it ain't gonna be for the cheap. It's gonna be an MLS record.
That's why still gonna be cheap.
Jump. Darren Eels ain't gonna let Robinson go for free or for cheap.
Facts. Nah, but let me get Chiesa for sure. Young player, baller. Let me get that new forward that's been balling out for Benfica is Uruguayan, young killer. Let me get that attacking mid from Lyon, Brazilian dude, loves to dance all the time. He's been balling out. He scored against PSG last game. I think I could get like Marquinhos, like how AC Milan sold like Thiago and Ibrahimovic and all that when PSG first came on the scene. I'm gonna go for Marquinhos. That's my spine right there. Let me get a midfielder. Let me give Kimmich the bag. You've done everything at Bayern. What else do you need to do? Come be captain of this club. Yeah, he's 25, 26. Get him for another 10 years. Yeah. And then in terms of goalie, I could get Oblak to leave. I can get Oblak to leave Atletico Madrid. So I'm taking him. Because I'm an American GM, I got to get another American, just, for NBC rights and marketing purposes, of course.
You getting Anthony out of Fulham?
Nah, he can stay there. I didn't even mean that in a disrespectful way. He's a good player. I'm gonna get me. Who's one of these young guys that I like that's coming up?
You might as well bring George Bello with you.
See, now you're talking, but nah, not yet.
Little package deal. You probably get him for the cheap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who would I get? Who are the young players that I like?
Bring Yedlin back?
No. I would bring.
Go get Kellen.
Oh, he's too old now. Who would I get?
GM had on for real. See.
Yeah. See.
I'll just be like, hey, I'm finna go get the home.
I'm getting everybody. It don't matter. Shit. Next transfer window, I can sell them, so it don't really matter. Nah, I would get. I like my young boy out of Canada. Not Laren, the other boy. What's his name? Jordan. Or
Jordan.
I'm not sure if it's Jordan, but he plays in Belgium right now. No, Buchanan's cool too. If I could get him as well.
He just left though.
Yeah, he just left, so it's not possible. He plays in Belgium right now. What's his name? I should know this. Matter of fact, I'm getting Kimmich and Davies.
Davies, huh?
Yeah, I'm getting Kimmich and Davies. That's pretty much it. And then the rest I got to do a little bit more due diligence on. But the spine of my team is good.
Let me try and look up this player that you was.
Yeah, like I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Let's see. Roster.
Jonathan David, yeah. The boy's a baller.
Oh, Jonathan David, yeah.
Yeah. I like his game a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, I definitely get him. Yeah, that'd be fun. And then coach, that's probably the most important.
Who you throwing a bag at?
Let me get Ajax's coach up out of there. Come to Newcastle. We got you. Yeah.
Okay.
If not, then I got to go with my guy Mourinho.
Okay, Mourinho.
You know you're gonna get top 6 for sure, at least.
He'll get you the top 6, and then it's gonna fizz out because he don't play modern football, and it's like you're gonna have to fire that man.
This is my first 3 years to create the stability. We're already gonna be his successor will be working under him. They'll know the rules.
First 3 years. Is he gonna make it 3 years?
Oh,
How long was he at Spurs?
At Spurs, they bottled that situation. He led him to a final. They didn't even let him coach the final. They fired him before. That was their fault. Tottenham will never matter. So sorry, Eli.
Hey.
Oh.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's not
they'll never matter to me.
That's true.
All right, but let's jump into no card, yellow card, red card. We only got one today. So if you're not familiar with no card, yellow card, red card, it's a rapid fire game that we play where I'll read off some news topics and we'll give our opinion on those news topics using the soccer card system. So no card is I agree. Yellow card, I can go either way. Red card, I disagree or I'm not cool with it. So as I mentioned before, only got one today. Should be pretty straightforward. So first up, EA Sports is considering dropping the FIFA name from its top selling game. So what card are we giving this move?
What they gonna call it?
Whatever else. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a red card. You know, there's so much that FIFA has done, like FIFA, EA Sports, like that has done for the culture of soccer. Keep the name. Like, what's y'all trying to change it for? Yeah, that's a red card for me.
All right. I'm gonna say no card. Here's why. A, FIFA's bad PR. They're starting to become bad PR. And so
I mean, they've been bad PR, but no one like associates the game with
especially with this World Cup coming up with Qatar, all the controversy around that. B, you're paying FIFA royalties on the game, but FIFA's name isn't selling the game. Like, you have rights, you have licensing rights with all the leagues and the teams on your own, not through FIFA. So you don't necessarily need them for the licensing, right? Okay. You only use FIFA. The only time you use FIFA is like title of the game, and when you're doing the World Cup editions inside the game, the World Cup DLCs. Other than that, you're not really using FIFA. There's nothing like really FIFA related in the game. So you're paying out money, and really it's just for like the credibility piece. But I think the game is built its own credibility to this point where it doesn't necessarily need to have the FIFA title, as long as they have the licensing with the teams, with actual teams. So you'll still be able to play, still be able to play in the Champions League with Champions League branding, all that stuff, because that's a deal with UEFA, not FIFA. You'll still be able to play all the top Premier League teams because you got a deal with the Premier League. So like you're still good if you drop the name. So
it's a good point.
With all those things, I'm gonna say no card, because I don't think it really affects them. Really, it's saving them money by dropping that licensing deal. You don't have to pay those royalties anymore. That's more money you can reinvest into the game or reinvest into the leagues. Maybe put a little bit more money into MLS, get some more MLS stadiums in there. Get some
good point.
South American leagues. Make the game a little bit more robust.
Okay, I like that. That's a good case study analysis.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh. I might have to change my answer.
Nah, bro, you locked in.
I locked in. So
take it.
Yeah. But that's it. That's our show for this week. Subscribe, rate, and review. It helps us get discovered. Follow us on the socials at 2Cents FC. Check out our merch at 2centsports.shop. If you enjoy the show, consider dropping us a donation using the link in the description. It helps support the cost of the show associated with the show, so we can continue to get wonderful guests, so we continue to make wonderful moves. I wish we could make some announcements, but Chris, and Tyler have told me to stay quiet. I don't even know them, so don't ask me. And then tweet us your comments on the show, any topics you want me or El to discuss. As you guys know, the only show where you get your unfiltered thoughts and opinions every Friday. I'm currently going to be heading to the U.S. men's national team game tonight. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. I'll probably send some pictures and go from there.
Yeah, for sure. We got one announcement. So today.
Oh, here we go.
Today, the Black Star Initiative announced their pilot program with Detroit City FC. We'll be working with the Black Star Initiative, 2Cents FC will, to provide some grassroots, marketing coverage and media coverage with them. So that's one announcement for you. So stay locked into the socials. Make sure you go to blackstarsoccer.com. Check out what that's all about. It's a very dope initiative, creating access and opportunities for kids, for Black kids in lower income neighborhoods to be discovered and get scouted and stuff like that. So giving them a platform to really be seen, so that we can continue to grow the game in this country. So definitely tap in with that. Tap into our socials. We've done a lot of retweeting. So that's the easiest way to kind of, follow the Black Star Initiative, follow all of their social media accounts, and definitely stay tuned with that.
What was that?
All right. So until next week, speaking of next week, we'll have Warren Kerval on the show, who is one of the creators of the Black Star Initiative, also, former MLS player, creative, all that stuff. So make sure you tune in next week. We'll dig into that a little bit more as well. So till then, peace out.
Peace.